That's correct. Right.
We will be right back, and Leslie's going to close for us with the Lord's Prayer. We'll be right back.
To get great-looking hair, you don't need separate shampoo and conditioner. Get it together. In just one step, get your hair clean, more manageable.
There's one that does the work of two.
For control you can't get from shampoo alone.
Wash and go.
Shampoo plus conditioner in one.
Plus.
She can, and he can. At fantastic sounds, afford to look this good. Style in your hair, doing it right at a price that is fair. Means you can, at fantastic sounds, afford to look this good.
Our Perm Plus special, just $22.95.
It has endurance and strength. It has spirit and style. It can handle whatever you dish out. It can handle whatever you put in. It is the most popular car of its size in Japan. And now, it is here. The under $6,500 Daihatsu Charade from Japan. Daihatsu Charade, the one small car you'd be proud to own.
Daihatsu Charade. J.D. Power and Associates call it the most trouble-free small car on the market. Test drive one today at your local Daihatsu dealer.
On the next People's Court.
She's telling me I'm a terrible mother and that my baby's a problem.
A disaster with a daycare center.
I was getting very upset because I'm a really nice person. When she did this to me, I started to cry.
And each side blames the other.
She shows up with a Ziploc bag full of medication, and I told her, Lynn, I'm not an RN.
The case of a bitter pill to swallow.
How long have you been in this child care business?
17 years.
Today at 5, here on WTVD Channel 11.
Well, Joseph, we want to thank DT 5252?
DT 5153. 5252.
Thank you. You wanted to say what, Dr. Sullivan?
I wanted to say that in a current article by Dr. Treeford in Science Magazine, he poo-poos the idea of calling it idiot savant. That's an old, very pejorative term. We now say DD savant or MR savant or autistic savant.
Not a mental illness.
Not a mental illness. It is a developmental disability.
All right.
Also, I want to say that Rain Man has put us ahead 25 years.
Yes.
This one film has done more for autism than those of us who've been working in the field for 25 years has ever been able to do.
I'd like to make one little comment about the neurological problems. Eric Corshane in California has found that in some autistics there's a defect in the cerebellum, and this would be one of the causes of the sensory problems, and I actually have this defect.
Well, we thank Peters and Goobers for Rain Man and Dustin Hoffman. We're all rooting for him, aren't we?
Yes.
We certainly are.
Yes.
Leslie Limke is going to close with the Lord's Prayer. Go ahead, Leslie.
The life's web of love and deception. And at 3, it's Santa Barbara, where romance is just another name for adventure. When you come home to the best, you'll find it all. Passion, love, and romance. Weekday afternoons, only on WECT. Come home to the best weekday afternoons, only on WECT. At 4, let the Oprah Winfrew Show get to the heart of the matter. Stay tuned at 5 for Divorce Court with Judge William Keene. Watch as couples choose to make or break the vows of matrimony. And at 5:30, it's The Judge. Join Judge Robert J. Franklin as he explores domestic matters in the family court system. For the best weekday afternoons, it's the Oprah Winfrey Show at 4, Divorce Court at 5, and The Judge at 5:30. Only on WECT.
WECT TV, Channel 6, Wilmington.
From New York, where the soup today is celery and stars, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Dean of University of Psychic Sciences, Dr. Ralph Campo, musician Randy Travis, and author Fran Lebowitz. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous man. And now, a man who nearly died in his sleep last night from a head cold, David Letterman.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're right here in the middle of winter. It's the middle of January, and all around the United States, it's mostly just icy, freezing, nasty weather. And when you're in a situation like this, and you think of somebody with a lovely, lovely tan, a really healthy kind of golden glow, are you like me? Immediately, does the state of Rhode Island come to mind? There's some people here from Rhode Island, and they get that healthy look by being, you're just blasted by radiation, is that right? You know, I got an awful cold, but I'm very up. Could you tell that, Paul?
Yes, I can tell.
I had a great night last night. I do what I usually do on Tuesday night. I walk along the interstate in my bathrobe, and I shake my fist at cars. I love it.
That was you.
Shake my fist at cars. No. Here's an interesting fact, statistic, or as we say in Indiana, statistic. At least once, and this is kind of sad, I guess. At least once a month now, a confused Danny Thomas calls his daughter Marlo on the phone and says, "So, how's Geraldo doing?"
She stutters when she calls
Some of his confusion wore off on the joke. Problem where. Ladies and gentlemen, this is good. Our own band is involved in this tonight as the 4th Annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction dinner here in New York City. And the inductees, let's see, Rolling Stones are being inducted into the Hall of Fame. The Temptations. And good news, ladies and gentlemen, this year, Phil Rizzuto finally made it. Here's something. Try this and let me know how this works out. I discovered this afternoon. If you wear your tool belt into Sears, it makes it really easy to steal hammers. So try that out and see what you think. Hey, What a show, ladies and gentlemen. We have Dr. Ralph Campo with us. What does he do? What does Dr. Campo do exactly?
Dr. Campo is the dean.
Is the dean
of the college
of
psychic.
Earn $18,000 for your education by serving part-time in the Army Reserve.
When I'm not doing my reserve duty as a technician in the operating room, I'm in college studying computer science.
Qualify for the GI Bill, and you'll earn over $18,000 during a standard enlistment with a nearby Army Reserve unit.
I'm studying engineering in college, and I'm putting it into practice in the reserve.
One day in the not-too-distant future, given the daily advancement of technology, imaginative engineers, and, of course, hard work, It is conceivable that somebody could make a car as good as the Honda Accord four-door sedan. Anything's possible.
Concerned about long life? Well, today's Duracell batteries live pretty near 30% longer than the ones from a few years back. They'll be around for a long time. Today's Duracell lasts 30% longer.
Let me show you a good-looking truck. This is a good-looking truck. You know why it's a good-looking truck?
Because it's an '89 Valley Auto World Mazda SE5 pickup for just $149 a month.
Don't you buy no ugly truck.
Get yourself a brand new Valley Auto World Mazda SE5 truck for only $149 a month.
Don't you buy no ugly truck.
And yes, first-time buyers get good-looking prices at Valley Auto World, Fayetteville.
Don't you buy no ugly truck. Do we all have powers of psychic communication?
Everybody has the power. They're latent, and most people are afraid to bring them out because it's against some religion or something, but everyone has these fantastic
It's equipment
powers.
that we have from birth, is what you're saying.
That's it.
All right, and we'll do a commercial here, and then we'll find out how to use that when we come back.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back here with Dr. Campo.
Mom, send $500 soon, or there won't be a honeymoon.
I'm calling about your son, Jerome. Better send money. He wants to go home.
早く送ってくれないか。スピード違反でパクられた。
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 10,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less.
Sayonara.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
Yesterday's cold was a bother, but nothing like fighting today's cold, which is complicated by stress, exhaustion, and pollutants. Today's medicine for today's cold is new Benadryl Plus, with strength of Benadryl for sneezing, plus a maximum strength decongestant to help you breathe easier, plus a maximum strength pain reliever. Today's cold demands new Benadryl Plus. Today's medicine for today's cold.
Community Calendar is a public service brought to you by WECT-TV. Nominees are being sought for Citizen, Educator, Student, and Business Industry of the Year. The deadline is February 7th for nominations from the public. Anyone wishing to nominate a person or business for these honors should call the Human Relations Commission office at 341-7171. Accomplishments in human relations during the past year are the criteria for nomination. Regional auditions have been scheduled for February 4th in 5 North Carolina cities for the NCNB 1989 music competition. For information on eligibility or to apply, contact area music teachers or write Shelby Graham, NCNB Corporation, T22-1, Charlotte 28255. Deadline to apply is January 27th. Send your community announcement to Community Calendar, WECT-TV, Box 4029, Wilmington, 28406.
Welcome back to the show. Dr. Ralph Campo is here, Randy Travis is here, and Fran Leibowitz is here. What is this? What are we going to do here?
This is a pendulum. This is how we find things.
All right, like what?
For example, if you want any subconscious answer, first, don't get nervous.
No, I was just playing with my pendulum.
You have to train your hand first. This means yes.
All right, yes.
It's like a lie detector. And this means no.
The other way means no. Yes,
Now,
no.
this means in the future.
In the future?
And this means in the past.
The other way, clockwise is in the past? And
Clockwise is future, and anti-clockwise is in the past.
All right.
Now, you can ask a simple question.
Kind of like one of those magic 8-ball things, isn't it?
Something like that.
Did you help develop that, by the way?
No, this was Chef Rule. Now, ask a simple question like saying,
Nice to see you. Happy New Year, Dr. Campo. Dr. Campo's leaving now.
Listen to this. It's the sound of no grease on plastic. You want it? Use Dawn. Dawn is so tough it pulls grease even off plastic. Sounds great, right?
Dawn takes grease out of your way, even on plastic.
The new and improved Miller Lite commercial. Now 34% more interesting. In a blind taste test, 3 out of 4 party animals preferred the taste of Miller Lite. And 7 out of 8 guys would rather enjoy a cold Miller Lite with a beautiful woman than their Uncle Louie. And Miller Lite is the light beer without GH. If you're in a hot tub with a beautiful woman, there's no reason to watch this commercial. Ignore this phone number. Miller Lite, only a beer that tastes this great could do a commercial like this.
Listen to the heartbeat of America. Listen to the heartbeat of America. Oh, yeah.
The legendary Chevy Camaro. You've always hoped someday you could afford one. Welcome to someday.
The heartbeat of America. Chevrolet.
My class reunion. You know, back in school was when I discovered Suave. Then I tried expensive shampoos and conditioners. You know what? They weren't any better, just more expensive. So I came back to Suave.
Suave makes you look like you spent a fortune on your hair.
Come home for courtroom action, weekday afternoons, only on WECT. At 5, watch Divorce Court with Judge William Keene, where marriage vows are only as strong as the gavel that can break them. Stay tuned at 5:30 for The Judge. Join Judge Robert J. Franklin as he explores domestic matters in the family court system. For courtroom action through marriage, lies, and family ties, at 5, it's Divorce Court, followed at 5:30 by The Judge. Weekday afternoons, only on WECT.
There's no one you can trust.
What the hell was that for?
It was goodbye, in case someone is waiting in there. You'll die first.
Sunday after the Super Bowl, Brotherhood of the Rose.
Going, gone. Beer drinkers are knocking the doors down for the full tilt taste of extra gold draft. They're treating every can, every bottle, every 12-pack, or case they can get their hands on like pure gold. Extra gold. When a beer that packs this big a taste comes along, you gotta go for it.
Come home to the best weekday afternoons, only on WECT. At 5:30, it's The Judge. In the courtroom of Judge Robert J. Franklin, the decision is based on family matters. Stay tuned for WECT News Center at 6 for in-depth news from Ken Murphy and Francis Weller. Get tomorrow's forecast today from meteorologist John Beladowitz and sports action from John Burton. At 6:30, it's NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw for national and world news. Only the best. Weekday afternoons on WECT. Come home to the #1 night in television Thursday, only on WECT. At 7, the fun starts with The Cosby Show, followed at 7:30 by Night Court. Then at 8, it's The Cosby Show again. The Huxtable family is growing up. At 8:30, A Different World chronicles life at Hillman College. At 9, the gang at Cheers invites you to join them for a laugh. And at 9:30, Dear John stars Judd Hirsch. Followed at 10 by the Emmy Award-winning series L.A. Law. It's the #1 night on television, Thursday, only on WECT.
WECT TV, Channel 6, Wilmington.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. Are you guys nervous about this thing tonight?
We're getting a...
So here's my official stand on the Super Bowl. Go Bengals, don't lose by more than 7, all right? Gosh, I wish I could have phoned that in.
Yeah.
Hi, you're not missing a thing. All right. We'll do a commercial. We'll be back here with Randy Travis, ladies and gentlemen.
Come home for news and information, weekdays, only on WECT. At 6, watch Carolina in the Morning with Wayne Jackson and Shirley Gilbert for the day's first news, weather, and special talk with special folk. At 7, it's the Today Show with Bryant Gumbel and Jane Pauley, along with news, weather, and guests that make the Today Show America's most popular morning show. Stay tuned at 9 for Donahue. Fresh, new, and informative.
What about if she becomes pregnant or you get into other complications? I mean, there's just so much more than having sex. It's not just...
Let me get in here for a second, George. I think that the young woman more likely to get pregnant is the young woman who cannot discuss these intimate issues with her parents.
If America's talking about it, then you'll see it on Donahue. At 12, after the NBC game shows, watch WECT News Center at noon for midday news from Wayne Jackson and the afternoon forecast from Shirley Gilbert, plus in-depth interviews with today's newsmakers to keep you informed. At 4, watch the Oprah Winfrey Show.
I wanted to take a look at this ring on your finger here.
I was going to tell you that is wealthy.
I don't mean to embarrass you, but you are wearing it. So would you mind if we just holding it up here? Is that a little gift or something?
Yeah, that was my Christmas present last year.
But oh, let me see this up close.
From tears to cheers, depend on Oprah to get to the heart of the matter. Then, for news from your community, stay tuned for WECT News Center at 6 with Ken Murphy and Francis Weller with in-depth news reports. Meteorologist John Balanowitz with the forecast for planning the evening or next day's events. And John Burton with sports action from touchdowns to home runs and everything in between. Stay tuned at 6:30 for NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw, keeping you informed with national and world news. And watch WECT News Center at 11 for late-breaking news, weather, and sports. From sunrise to sunset, get the news you want and the information you need. Weekdays, only on WECT.
That, will you be playing that tonight?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, sounds great.
Thank you.
Our next guest has been nominated for his second Grammy as Best Country Male Vocalist and was just named as Billboard's Top Country Artist of the Year. This is his latest album right here. It's called Old 8x10. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Randy Travis. Randy.
Being without you has turned out to be so inconvenient, and wishing I was with you just seems to use up all my time. But you've been gone so long that it's hard to recall just how the dream went. And all but this broken heart in me, I guess it's doing fine. Is it still over? Are we still through? Since my phone still ain't ringing, I assume it still ain't you. Well, I've half a mind to take the time to find somebody new, but I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. Well, that lie that I tried to slip by you was told with good intention. It was just another way to say I love you and protect you from the truth. And a half a pound of cure is surely worth a half an ounce of pure prevention. And trying to explain while I'm insane's the hardest thing I've ever tried to do. Is it still over? Are we still through? Since my phone still ain't ringing, I assume it still ain't you. Well, I've half a mind to take the time to find somebody new, but I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. Is it still over? Are we still through? Since my phone still ain't ringing, I assume it still ain't you. Well, I've half a mind to take the time to find somebody new, but I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. but I'm still over you.
Nice job, guys. Thank you very much. Randy, good to see you again. Have a seat. That sounds very nice.
Thank you, Dave.
Is this true? You have what, to me, seems to be a very traditional kind of country music voice.
Yeah, that's what it would be classed as, yeah.
It sounds great.
Well, thank you. That's about all I've ever done. You know, I grew up listening to people like Hank Sr. and Lefty Frizzell, Ernest Tubb, that type of people, and started singing their music when I was 8 years old, and so it's all I've ever done.
Yeah. Is country music the most popular kind of music in the world?
No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah. Well, it's very popular, and more so now than it's ever been.
Yeah.
I doubt it's the most popular in the world now.
You, what would be more popular? Like maybe polkas?
Oh, I would
but you just got back from a USO tour all over the world.
We
Where
went
was
into
that?
Alaska, and we went in from there to Japan and then Korea, and of course we didn't play for any local people over there, but mostly the service guys, American guys who were at the bases there. And
Was this the first time you had done that?
No, it was second year. We went to Europe last year, and we're in the planning process right now. We're going back again next year.
So you must have enjoyed it then.
We did. We really enjoyed doing it. They're a great audience to work for.
Yeah, I would imagine they would really
a captive
be
audience, I guess you'd say. But they appreciate it, you know, and I guess they're glad to see anything that comes from the States because they're kind of limited as to what they do see from the United States.
And also, I'm sure it's a great show, regardless of the circumstances. It's got to be a great show.
It's fun, yeah. We try to do a good job.
You hurt your back a little bit in a minor automobile accident. Everything is okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I have some pulled ligaments from what I understand, and so, yeah, I'm moving a little slower than normal.
Yeah.
What happened was...
Next on Mystery. Don't miss the conclusion, Sunday morning at 10.
To be the best at whatever it is I can do.
She was destined to become the opera world's first international superstar, but for Nellie Melba, the road to stardom was paved with heartache.
I'm not taking you to London to perform on the stage.
Never stoop to send for you.
I wouldn't come.
Join us as a sumptuous miniseries on the true life of a legend begins. Melba, Part 1 on Great Performances.
Right here, Sunday at 2.
Next time on The American Experience, a Gothic tale of unspeakable sin in 19th century Maine.
Although she was so many years older than he fell desperately in love with her, and she with him. And they decided to marry and have a home of their own.
The story of a young girl's secret and its tragic consequences. Sins of Our Mothers. Next time on The American Experience.
Don't miss the final episode, Sunday afternoon at 4.
WUNJ TV 39, Wilmington.